They don't pay us to think. They pay us to know. We know we can beat them. There's no excuses why we shouldn't. Win the game, period. W is on 3, man. Let's go. W on 3. 1, 2, 3, W.
Welcome, all my fellow Redskin brethren and sistren. I am your man and resident Redskins fan, Lou. Thank you for joining me here on the Redskins Report. Got a special Redskins report real quick for y'all. I'm not going to keep y'all here too long. Draft day number 2 about to get underway. I just had to get some things off my chest. I've been under attack, and I don't mind. You know, I'll take anything, especially when it's coming from the family. That's why we're here. We can all talk and discuss matters of family business, okay? And so we got an issue. This one is dividing us right down the middle. Or if I'm by myself, that's fine. I'll stand alone on this one. But I'm standing firm on mine. I'm standing on my own too, okay, with this one. Because we didn't get this right. And there's a lot of fans that are brainwashed. And I'm here to tell y'all, and look, before I start, I just want to tell y'all this. I love all of y'all, man. We family, okay? We all bleed burgundy and gold. At the end of the day, this is us trying to come together for a common goal, all right? We all want the same thing. Now, we might have different ways of achieving it, but at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. We want what's best for this team. Now, I look at it this way, and look, this is I'm gonna be blunt with y'all. I'm not pulling no punches. I'm not here to stroke anybody's ego, and I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. All right. I got a lot of tweets last night. I got a lot of tweets today. A lot of people, they didn't necessarily love the pick. Some of you didn't have a problem with the pick. You're brainwashed. Take the fucking battery out of your back, okay? Take the damn battery out of your damn back. A lot of y'all sound like robots. You just been repeating the same shit that's been repeated to you over and over. We got the 32nd ranked rush defense. We got 32nd ranked rush defense. Our run defense stinks. We need a defensive lineman. They've been telling you this shit over and over again, so you just started spitting it out, okay? You don't even know what the hell is going on, and this is the part that pisses me off. You watch the games just like I do, okay? You know what's good. You don't need somebody to tell you that we got the 32nd ranked rush defense. You watch the damn games before the injuries hit. With Jonathan Allen, Matt Ioannidis and company up front. Were we the 32nd rush ranked defense in the league? No, I can tell you this much. We were 5th in the league in rush defense before they got hurt in week number 5. We were giving up 68 yards a game on the ground before they got hurt, okay? So miss me with the 32nd rush ranked defense. No, our defensive line is not great. Yes, Ziggy Hood is on our defensive line. Yes, Stacey McGee is on our defensive line. Yes, I understand that we have Terrell McClain on our defensive line. I understand that, okay? But does that mean that at number 13, okay, again, when you're picking in the top 15, it means you're a bad football team that needs a lot of help. And generally, it also means you don't have enough stars. You don't have enough impact players. So what you're supposed to be looking for at 13 is not just another guy, not another body up front. And yes, Daron Payne, and again, let me stress this to you. I didn't have a problem with the Redskins selecting Daron Payne if other options weren't available. But I told you specifically that if a couple of guys were available, Roquan Smith, one of them, he was gone. Tremaine Edmonds, he was a second. Derwin James and Minkah Fitzpatrick, if any of those 4 players were available, that's where we needed to go. Why? Because those are difference-making football players, okay? Can you find another 6'4", 253-pound inside linebacker that runs a 4.53 later in the draft? Can you find one of those in the 4th, 5th round? Can you find one of those in the 2nd round even? I didn't think so. But I know I can find another 311-pound, 6'2" defensive tackle that doesn't get after the quarterback but stops the run. There are plenty of those in the draft. B.J. Hill is one. Okay, we could go on and on. John Atkins out of Georgia is another. You can find another Daron Payne. Okay, he doesn't get after the quarterback. He doesn't. And I got some tweets. I'm gonna read you a couple of tweets that were sent to me. Make absolutely no sense, but again, this is what it's come to today. All right, so at Placebo473 says, "Come on now. We have nothing but safeties on the roster. If we took BPA every year, safeties typically fall in the draft. Oh, really? So we got nothing but safeties on the roster. How many good safeties do we have on the roster anyway? Are you trying to convince me that DeShazer Everett is a difference maker? Because we got 2 safeties on the roster that make a damn difference on this team. And I can tell you one thing. I love what we saw out of the Michigan State product last year. But how many games did he actually play in? Was he able to stay healthy? Because Monte Nicholson was injured more than half of the year last year. So can you count on that guy? I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. But in any event, if it's up to placebo 473, we would be taking safeties every year in the draft. But yet we haven't had a real safety since Sean Taylor. I don't know. I don't know how that works, that we would have a safety every year if we took BPA because they fall in the draft, but yet we haven't been able to get one. I don't know. But that's just me, okay? Let's keep going, though, because I've had more people sending me nonsense today that I got to make sure I clear the air on. And so let me load up these tweets real quick. So then I got this from, man, and this one wasn't that bad, okay? This is from my man at Redskins Recon. He says, last time I saw John Allen and D. Payne together, it was domination from a D-line I've never seen at the collegiate level. If that translates, this would be a genius pick. Let it play out this season, and then if you want to fire Bruce in 19, we'll see. Well, the problem I have with that is the fact that you could have gotten another defensive lineman later in the draft. That's my whole premise here, is that you can find another Daron Payne. Hell, you can find a Jonathan Hankins out there. They're out there. Daron Payne is Jonathan Hankins. That's what he is. A guy that's not going to get pressure on a quarterback, but he's going to stop the run. He's going to eat up double teams. He's going to do his job, and he's going to do it well, and that's fine. But you could have found another guy to do that exact same thing. You could have found him later in the draft. May not do it at the same exact level as Daron Payne, but he'll get the job done. What you can't find is another Tremaine Edmonds. Let me ask you, do you want a Luke Kuechly on your team? Would you like one of those? Because that's what we just passed up on. We just passed up on a guy that has the potential to be that kind of player. Aren't you tired of hitting singles? Don't you want to swing for the fences and hit a home run? That's why we're mediocre now. You know why we loved Zach Brown so much last year? Because it was something that we don't have and haven't had for over a decade. A damn defensive player with some speed. That's why we were going goo-goo gaga over Zach Brown. We could have had another one. What do? We passed him up for a guy that we could have gotten later in the draft. That's my biggest issue. Not that Daron Payne isn't going to come in and help this defense. Sure, he's going to help this defense. He's an upgrade over every single other defensive lineman on our team not named Jonathan Allen or Matt Ioannidis. Throw Anthony Lanier in there if you like. But what that means, though, is that he's going to help, but he's not a difference maker. He's not getting after the quarterback. He's not Aaron Donald. You spend a top 15 pick, hell, a first-round pick, on elite prospects, not guys that are just going to be on the team and be on the field on a first and second down capacity, because that's all that Daron Payne is. You need impact players that are going to help you on all 3 downs. You draft Fletcher Cox at 13. You draft Aaron Donald at 13. You do not draft Daron Payne at 13. We reached for a need. That's how you get beat in this league. You draft best available player. That's how you stay ahead of the curve. You want to fall behind the sticks and got a punt on 4th down? You draft for need in the first round. You draft for a need at the end of the first round, when you're in the playoffs, when you're in the Super Bowl, when you have 1 or 2 roster spots available, and you say, we might have a little hole at left guard. Okay, let me go draft the left guard. That's when you do that. When you're a bad football team with a ton of holes, you're looking to just get the most talented football player you possibly can get because you need it on your football team. And we needed a difference maker, and we settled for a single, possibly a double. I digress. I'm going to keep moving, though. At KWEKU Zimba says, I'm going to go to his other tweet, because I got a couple from him today. But this is the one I really want to read. He says, every time I've disagreed with you, Lou, I have been right at the end. which I can't confirm nor deny that. But if he says so, we'll run with that. I don't care. I don't mind being wrong. I told you that before. And I really disagree with him on this year's pick. I really didn't see why people were so high on Edmonds. I watched a couple of tapes and wasn't really that impressed, and Derwin had some medical issues. He says, plus, we don't forget we're putrid against the run since decades. We finally address it, and people are upset. People, make up your minds, Skins fans. Now, the reason why I like Payne is because Jonathan Allen by his side, they were very dominant. I feel that it can continue here. This ain't college, bruh. This is not Alabama. Just because you put them side by side doesn't mean they're going to wreak havoc. And remember this. At Alabama, there were 9 other guys on the field that were going to be future NFL players, dominating the competition against teams that didn't have 11 NFL players on the field at one time. So don't act as if just because you put them right next to each other, all of a sudden now they just going to tear shit up. And in any event, he put on a couple of tapes of Tremaine Edmonds. Look, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I told you that before. So you may have not have seen the same thing that I saw, but tell me this. You put on tape of Daron Payne. What the hell did you see? Did you see a guy that was tearing shit up? You see a guy that was getting after the quarterback? Because if you're drafting someone, I keep hearing the same thing. Take the goddamn battery out your back. I keep hearing the same shit over and over again. We need to stop the run. You telling me Daron Payne was the only defensive lineman in the draft that can help you stop the run? That's what you're telling me. You couldn't have found a defensive lineman in the 2nd round that can help you stop the run. Couldn't find one in the 4th round. Couldn't find one in the 5th round. There are no more defensive linemen, period, to be drafted other than Daron Payne. That's what you're saying. Because I can tell you this much. There aren't any more Tremaine Edmonds. There aren't any more Derwin James in the draft. Those are gone. You're not going to find another one of those types of players later in the draft. You have to get those. That's why you draft those early, because you don't get another chance at those guys later. Now, you want a Fletcher Cox? You want one of those type of impact players on the defensive line? You better take his ass at 13. You want an Aaron Donald? You better take his ass at 13. You want a Daron Payne? Get his ass in the 2nd round. You can get his ass in the 4th round. There are plenty of Daron Paynes walking around this league. Plenty of them. Hell, he played with 2 other Alabama defensive linemen, A'Shawn Robinson, Jerron Reed. They went in the 2nd goddamn round. They do the same shit that he do. Same goddamn thing. But yet, everybody's convinced that we're stopping the run now. We're stopping the run because we got Daron Payne. We're stopping the run now. Can we get to the quarterback, though? Can we do that? Because this, last time I checked, this is still a damn passing league. Still a passing league. Nobody wants to have the ball rammed down their throat on the ground. And again, we could have addressed that later on in the draft, okay? We didn't have to address it at 13. That's what happens when you start reaching for needs at 13. You don't reach for needs at 13. You take the best player available. Daron Payne was not the best player available. And again, we can agree to disagree on that. But what I'm saying is, what did you see on tape that told you Daron Payne was worth the 13th pick in the draft? I'm waiting for your answer. So if you got one, I'd love to hear it. If you got one, let me know what it is. Because I didn't see it. I saw a guy took on double teams. And again, at Alabama, they were 2-gapping. So he didn't get up the field and penetrate in the run game. But I heard somebody say to me, and I know the draft is on, so I'm about to get the hell out of here. You know what? I had somebody say to me, well, they didn't ask him to pass rush it at Alabama. Are you kidding me? So on 3rd down, when they tell him, just hold the lineman up. Don't go after the quarterback. No, go after the damn quarterback. Go get the quarterback. He just couldn't. He had 1 career sack at Alabama. 1. But I digress, man. Look, at the end of the day, we effed up. If this guy pans out and he maximizes his talents, at best, he's going to help us stop the run. But we're not getting pressure on the quarterback. And I'm going to tell you right now, he's not going to change the game. He's not going to be a Pro Bowler. He's not going to be all-pro down the line. We had a chance to potentially draft an all-pro football player. You need more of those. He's a supporting cast member, all right? He'll never be a leading man. He'll always be a supporting actor, and that's fine if you like being 8-8, if you like being 7-9. You don't draft supporting actors at 13. You draft a guy that has a chance to be a leading role headliner. We drafted a supporting actor. And y'all are ecstatic about that. You're brainwashed. If you're ecstatic about drafting a supporting cast actor, you're brainwashed and you're delusional. We may stop the run better next year. All of it won't be because we drafted Daron Payne. It'll be because we're healthy. Let Jonathan Allen go down again. Let Matt Ioannidis go down again. Put Daron Payne in the game. See if we still won't get the damn ball rammed down our damn throat. Zach Brown had over 100 tackles for a reason. He's fast. He's damn fast. He can get to the football. He's a difference maker. We lacked those on defense. We had a chance to get one, and we passed because you guys wanted to stop the run. As if we couldn't get another defensive lineman later in the draft to help us stop the run. There was only one guy in this draft that can help you stop the run. Obviously, if you listen to Redskins fans, only one guy could stop the run. His name was Daron Payne. That's the way I perceive it. We only had one guy in this draft that can help you stop the run. His name was Daron Payne. And we got him. So if you feel good about that, tip your cap, man. I tip my cap to you guys. Yeah, I got it right. But I'm going to tell you right now, in 3 years, when we look back on this draft, we dropped the ball. We dropped the ball. But it is what it is. The draft has started. I've said my piece. You don't agree with me? I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you. Leave it in the comment section. Tweet at me. You've been tweeting at me all goddamn day anyway. Tweet at me. We can have this discussion. You know where I am on my site, LouieTNetwork.net. I got a whole Redskin forum up there. You want to have the debate and take it there? We can take it there. But if we're going to agree to disagree, we can just leave it here where it is. We can dead it right now. But I'm just here to tell y'all, you're brainwashed if you think that Doug Williams and Bruce Allen got this pick right. And you're not telling me nothing. You can't convince me that they didn't already have this shit preconceived before the draft started. They have a plan. Let me tell you what the plan is. Get Daron Payne in the first round and get Darius Geis in the second round. That's the plan. And if Geis is there at 44, I guarantee you, I will bet you any amount of money you want that they're going to draft him. That's the plan. It was the plan going into the draft. It didn't matter who was at 13. As long as Payne was there, that's who they were going to take. And there's no way you can convince me otherwise. Maybe if Minka was there, I think that might have been the only guy that they would have been willing not to take Daron Payne for. And I'm still not fully convinced of that. But look, man, I'm your man, Louie T. I'm a Redskins fan, etched in burgundy and gold. Redskins spirit will never die. Redskins spirit will never fold. Until we meet again, hail to our beloved Washington Redskins. Just a month ago, it was Vita Vea, Vita Vea, Vita Vea. He goes 12, and all of a sudden now it's Daron Payne, Daron Payne, Daron Payne. Both of those dudes are two-down players. I would have preferred Vita Vea, but both of them two-down players. Neither one of them were better than Roquan Smith, Tremaine Edmonds, or Minka Fitzpatrick or Derwin James. We had a chance to take 2 out of those 4 players, and we passed for a damn two-down player to stop the run. Because y'all are brainwashed that we got to stop the run with our 32nd ranked rush defense. We'll see how it goes. But I'm out, man. Draft has started. Let me go get on that. See y'all later.